All right, so I hear you. Comping is a pain in the butt. But I'm going to show you something that's going to make you better at it, and you're going to have a lot more fun. So when we think about comping, it's kind of like a headache. We go, wow, when do I play this pattern, and how do I play this pattern at the right time, and to connect it with the rest of the music and the other musicians? Okay, well, first off, we're not playing patterns, we're going to play music. So what we're going to do here is something similar to what we did before in the other video I put up recently about drum soloing. We're going to slow things down. You want to check out that video, go check it out. It's a good one. We're going to slow things down, okay? And what we're going to do is focus on two voices. We're going to focus on the snare drum and the bass drum, and we're going to have a conversation between those two drums. Now, how are we going to do that? We're going to use the rhythm from a melody from a famous song to do that. Now, I'm not going to sing the famous song because YouTube is going to come and find me and go, ha 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 ha, you're using a famous song. Okay? I'm not going to do that. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to sing the rhythm, and then I'm going to break up the rhythm between these two drums. All right, check it out. So the rhythm is this. Dot, 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 dot. Okay? If you know it, you know it. It's a really famous song. It's a blues. Oscar Peterson made it very famous. All right? I'm not going to say the name, but that's the rhythm. Dot, 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 dot. Okay? Now, this is what's going to be. All right, now start off by playing it on the snare drum, which is a great place to start. Let's try it on the bass drum. Okay? Notice there's a little bit of a longer note in the phrase too. Bop, bop, those are short. Bop, bop, short. Bop, bop, long, short. Okay? So hard to do that with a bass drum, but you know, you get the idea. Now, we could do also is take that same rhythm and we could break it up between the snare drum and the bass drum. Or we could go like this. Okay? Doesn't matter. Any way you want. Just have fun with it. So take that rhythm, okay, and break it up between your snare drum and your bass drum. And do it slowly. Again, like we're doing with that drum solo video, we don't have to do things fast. Doing that slowly gives us time to really get it in our bones, okay? Even slower than this is fine. And I want you to try to come up with as many variations as you can. Okay? Notice I'm also adding some buzz notes here. These buzz notes are really effective for giving us duration. When I play snare drum, if I just play the basic rhythm of it, it's missing something, right? It doesn't have that longer note. Well, we can create sustain on our snare drum if we buzz our notes slightly like this. And it's nice to do it on the edge of the drum. It's much easier because the tension is actually much higher as you get closer to the edge. Okay? So, try that. Now, the goal here is to work on this phrase. Get it to, get it back and forth between these two drums any way you want. I'll do a few different variations for you now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you're feeling me? This is cool stuff. Now, why are we doing this? Why are we taking this melody from this famous jazz song and breaking up the rhythm between the snare drum and the bass drum? Because we're making music, all right? This is the thing, man. You know, I can't tell you how many drummers I've taught over the years that come to me and they go, I want to know how to comp on the drums. And the first thing you do is sit down and start playing all these patterns. Well, Philly Joe played it this way. Well, Tony Williams played it this way. Well, Max Roach played it this way. Well, Brian Blade plays it like this. Well, Greg Hutchinson plays it like this. Yeah, but they're playing it like that in a context where there's music happening all around them. So you can't just pull it out of the context and say, well, that's the pattern I'm going to play when I comp. It doesn't work that way. That's not jazz. That's not music. So what we need to do is ground everything we're playing in music. So I'm taking this rhythm, right, of this famous jazz song, and I'm having fun with it. Now, the next step, if you can, try to play your hi-hat on 2 and 4 and just keep it going. That's what I was doing when I was giving you those examples, right? Keep that hi-hat going on 2 and 4. And if you're cool with that, add your ride cymbal in and play some quarter notes. You don't have to play the Spangalang pattern. There's no law here. There's no rule that you have to play the jazz Spangalang pattern. That's what they always did, you know, the old days. Doesn't matter. This is modern jazz, baby. You can do what you want, okay? But the goal here is you got to have a groove. It's got to swing, right? So the quarter note is essential. If the quarter note ain't swinging, nothing's going to swing. So work on the quarter note, all right? And if you can't do the quarter note and the hi-hat while you're practicing this, playing this rhythm on the breaking up between your snare drum and your bass drum, leave the hi-hat out. Worked great for Jack DeJohnette, playing with Keith Jarrett all those years. I mean, he obviously played it on 2 and 4 also, but he used it more as an expressive voice. He didn't focus on, I'm going to play this thing on 2 and 4 all the way through, right? He was much more free and more fluid with his playing, right? You can be too, okay? All right, so let's try it. We'll do a little bit. I'll keep this going on 2 and 4. Keep the ride cymbal going here on quarter notes, and we'll just break up that rhythm between our snare drum and our bass drum. Check it out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now, the next step in all of this is to add in some extra notes. So just playing the basic rhythm is cool, but it's not particularly exciting, right? And again, we're playing things slow, so we have a chance to think about things. You think what's going on, what am I doing? Consciously create rhythm between our limbs, not rushing into it and trying to play everything we can think of, including the kitchen sink, okay? We want to focus and really be intentional about what we're playing, okay? This is a brain exercise more than it is a coordination exercise, all right? A thinking exercise. So now what we're going to do, we're going to fill in a few more notes. So I'm going to, basically, you're going to hear the same framework, that same rhythmic framework, that same rhythmic phrase, but I'm going to fill in some extra notes in between to kind of make it a little more interesting, a little more spicy. Check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're getting somewhere, right? It's sounding a lot better. It's sounding more like comping. Ba-dum! All right? Now let's add in a few more notes. Now this is where it gets a little dangerous because I don't want you overplaying it. When you start to overplay it, you lose the essence of the rhythm. What's that basic rhythm I'm trying to play? Well, we kind of lost it. So we don't want to do that. We want to just add a little bit more in while still maintaining the character of that rhythmic phrase. Check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So pretty cool stuff, yeah? Now we're comping. You see that? And within that phrase, I'm also thinking dynamically. So I'm not playing every note da 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 da, you know? It has to have some shape to it. So I'm really trying to create a shape. And again, like I said in my slowing down your drum lesson practice video, what I really want you to do is to think like a horn player. Think like a sax player. Don't think like a drummer. Because when you think like a drummer, you go, okay, well, I got all 4 of these limbs that I could do all these things with and all these possibilities, rather than thinking about music. If you think like a sax player, where they're limited to basically playing 1 note at a time, that forces you to think and use things like dynamics more effectively. All right, now I'm going to give you one more example, and this is the example, the example. I don't want you to do this, okay? So don't leave this lesson thinking, oh, that's what I'm supposed to play. All right, I want you to watch this and see how I'm overplaying it. I'm sure you're going to get the picture. Check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I played some cool phrases in there, right? But I basically buried that rhythmic phrase that we were working on, okay? And you weren't sure, like, where does it start? Where does it end? And this is what we don't want to do. We don't want to get ourselves into a situation where we are only playing just random stuff that comes into our head. We want to always be connected to the music. Every step of the way, everything we play, it has to be connected to the music. And this is so true with our comping. So why did I choose a rhythmic phrase to work with and to show you how to do this? Because this is exactly what you're going to do in the real world when you're out there playing on the bandstand, when you're playing with other musicians. Your comping is going to be all these series of rhythmic phrases that are going to be related to everything that's going on around you, okay? In this exercise, we're basically relating it to the melody of a song. But in the real world and what you're going to be doing with other people, you're going to be getting your ideas from other people around you, okay? And you're going to use those ideas and weave them into your comping. So this melody is just a great way to show you how you're going to do that. Now I'm going to finish up today with playing a little faster for you, and I'm going to just create some fun variations on that basic rhythmic phrase. And you can see how I'm really interacting with that phrase all throughout my comping. All right? Check it out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So kind of fun, yeah? And at the end, I was adding a little more of that spangling, a little kind of ride cymbal variations rather than only quarter note. So you can also do that. As you get comfortable with it, vary your ride cymbal pattern, swing it, just have fun with it. And just, again, take that basic rhythmic phrase and really expand it in your comping. Now, if you want to dive deeper into comping and you really want to master this thing, jump into my jazz drum comping course at jazzdrumschool.com. I guarantee you're going to be a better drummer and a much better comper when you get done with that. All right? Thanks so much for watching again. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Be sure to like the video if you like it. That helps to get around YouTube a lot easier. And drop a comment. Let me know if you've got your own way you like to practice jazz drum comping. All right? Keep swinging, my friend.